Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back. It is Tati and we have another amazing review for you today. So today we're actually going to be reviewing a top coat, and I'm going to be checking out OPI's matte top coat. Now I've been using a Wildflowers top coat for probably almost a year now. One of my clients saw a review on it, saw that it was really nice, so she brought it in, and I've really loved that matte top coat. It stays matte throughout the entire wear, even if it's a little bit more than 2 weeks. It's a no wipe matte top coat, and it's been really durable and a really awesome top coat. I have no complaints whatsoever. But now that I've been on this mission of trying every gel product and really trying to determine which is the best, if there is one, I've been putting the matte top coats to the test. So today I'm trying out OPI brand matte top coat. I'm really excited about this because OPI is a big name, definitely on the higher price of the gel market in comparison to a lot of other gel products that we use. So I definitely do expect a lot out of OPI, and I'm hoping that it's going to come through on this test. Before we get into it, the first thing we're going to show you is first impressions. So first impressions are always going to look at just the consistency of the gels, whether or not there's any issues that we need to work with, and also how matte is that matte top coat once it's first cured. And as always, we're putting it to the test and checking out the wear for the 2 weeks, comparing it to my trusty Wildflowers matte top coat. And really, I just want to look to see how the matte looks after the 2 weeks. Does it stay matte? Does it get like a dull shine to it? Does it get stained? Anything like that. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this first impression. So for this trial, we're going to be trying out OPI's matte top coat. So this will be first impressions real quick. Just want to see the consistency and overall what it looks like immediately after curing. And we want to see how matte is this matte. The consistency definitely looks really nice. It's kind of thick, not too runny. Go ahead and put that one in. And we're gonna be comparing it to what I've normally been using for a little bit now, Wildflowers top coat. Actually, this lovely client that's testing out the OPI is the one who recommended this matte top coat to me. And it has been working super well. It stays very matte throughout the 2 or 3 weeks that my clients wear it. Doesn't really get any like greasy look to it, which some matte top coats get after the first week or so. So this is going to be our control, what we're going to compare the matte coats that I'm trying out to. And this one definitely has not a real thick consistency. I mean, it's not crazy runny, but you do want to be careful with it because it is a pretty thin polish. Okay, it's a little glossy, sticky. All right, it's probably a wipe off matte top coat. There we go. Right, it looks really nice and matte. I like that it didn't collect around the edges. Sometimes I do see that with matte top coats, but it looks like it's really nice and matte. Has a really good matte shine to it. So far, so good. And then Wildflowers is not a wipe off top coat. So we're gonna check this out after 2 weeks, and good thing is we used a really light color so that way we could see whether or not it's resistant or does it stain extra. So I can't wait to see how this looks after 2 weeks. So first impressions are looking good so far. Really nice and matte, no collecting around the edges. It does require to get wiped off, but like I've said before, whether or not we need to wipe is really not a decision factor for me. It's more like a bonus if we don't have to, but it's no big deal if we do. But now the real test. My client wore this manicure for 2 weeks, and let's look at her results after the 2-week wear. As you can see here, the OPI hand definitely lost its matte and it has more of a dull shine. almost like an oily residue that's left on the nail. And actually this client was touching base with me throughout the 2 weeks, and within the first week she already lost a lot of the matte from the OPI side. And as you can see with Wildflowers, it stayed nice and matte throughout, no dull shine whatsoever. Now the OPI matte top coat didn't peel, it didn't crack or bend, which is really nice for durability and wear. But when we're looking at matte top coats, we really want to make sure that we're getting a matte top coat and that we're going to rely on that for the duration of the manicure. So for this quick review, it turns out that OPI didn't come through when it comes to keeping its matteness throughout the wear of my client's manicure. Wildflower definitely came through, along with not being very stained, along with not being cracked, and it not peeling or lifting. That Wildflower's top coat, as you can see, stays matte throughout the entire wear, which is really what we're looking for when we're using such a trendy top coat. So OPI is the first matte coat I'm testing out, but it definitely isn't the last. I have lots more coming, and I definitely can't wait to see whether or not Wildflowers is going to reign over all of these matte top coat brands, or if we're gonna have a new champion. So we'll check it out, and I'll make sure that I'll be bringing you guys all of the findings that I get. So thank you so much for tuning into this quick review. Make sure that you guys have subscribed and hit that notification icon so you're not missing any of the great reviews coming up. And remember, there is no one out there that's reviewing products like I am here at Oh My Gel. So stay tuned, and I can't wait to bring you guys some more. Bye.